Gold Mason from FX Empire, and welcome to the daily crypto tech review of Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin, and Ripple's XRP. We're looking at the MACDs, the moving averages, the day's support, resistance, and pivot levels, and the Fibonacci's. It is Friday, the 2nd of April. Bitcoin against the US dollar and the hourly candlesticks, bearish start to the day here. Going to need to see Bitcoin move back through the pivot at 58,721 to take a run at the first major resistance level, sitting at 59,486. We'll need support from the broader market for Bitcoin to break back through to 59,400 levels. So barring an extended crypto rally on the day, expect that first major resistance level and resistance at 60,000 to cap any upside. In the event of an extended rally, should see Bitcoin target the March swing high 61,699 before any pullback. Second major resistance level sits at 62,49. Failure to move back through the pivot would bring the first major support level at 57,958 into play. Barring an extended sell-off on the day, Bitcoin should stay clear of sub 57s. Second major support level at 57,193 should limit the downside. Looking at the MACD, we had a bearish cross at the turn of the day, supporting this pullback. On the EMAs, the 50 has also narrowed marginally on the 100 and the 200, supporting this early morning fall. So key through the early part of the day, move back through the pivot 58,721 and back through to 59,400 levels to bring resistance levels into play. Failure to do that, support levels will be in play. Moving across Ethereum against the US dollar, it's bearish start. Going to need to Ethereum avoid the pivot 1946 to take a run at the first major resistance level at 2005. Going to need to see support from the broader market for Ethereum to break through to 2000 levels, however. So barring an extended rally on the day, expect that first major resistance level to cap any upside. In the event of a breakout, could see Ethereum target 2100 before any pullback. Second major resistance level sits at 2042. Fall through the pivot will bring the first major support level at 1909 into play. Barring an extended sell-off on the day, Ethereum should stay clear of sub 1800s. Second major support level at 1850 should limit the downside. Looking at the MACD, we have a bearish cross at the turn of the day, supporting this early morning pullback. On the EMAs, however, the 50 has moved away marginally from the 100 and the 200, still a bullish indicator. So key through the early part of the day, avoid the pivot at 1946 and break out from yesterday's high at 1982.21 to bring 2000 levels and resistance levels into play. Moving across to Litecoin against US dollar, choppy start to the day. Going to need to see Litecoin avoid the pivot at 201 to take a run at the first major resistance level, say at 207. Going to need to see support from the broader market for Litecoin to break out from this morning's high at 205.45. So barring an extended rally on the day, expect that first major resistance level and resistance at 210 to cap any upside. Event of an extended rally, should see Litecoin test resistance at 220 before any pullback. Second major resistance level is at 211. A fall through the pivot will bring the first major support level at 196 and the 23.6% fib at 195 into play before any recovery. Barring an extended sell-off on the day, Litecoin should stay clear of sub 190s. The second major support level at 190 should limit the downside. Looking at the MACD, we have a narrowing of the bullish histogram supporting this early morning pullback, but nothing bearish as yet, so keep an eye out for a possible bearish cross. On the EMAs, the 50 has moved away marginally from the 100 and the 200, continuing to give a bullish signal. So keep through the early part of the day, avoid the pivot at 201 and break back through to 205 levels to bring resistance levels into play. Better to do that and support levels will come into play. Finally, looking at Ripple's XRP against the US dollar, choppy start to the day. Can you see Ripple's XRP avoid a fall back through the pivot at 0.5709 to take a run at the first major resistance level at 0.5932. We need to see support from the broader market for Ripple's XRP to break back through to 0.59s. So barring an extended rally on the day, expect that first major resistance level and yesterday's high at 0.59411 to cap any upside. In the event of a breakout, could see Ripple's XRP target 0.62 levels before any pullback. Second major resistance level sits at 0.6164. Fallback through the pivot will bring the first major support level at 0.5478 into play. Barring an extended sell-off on the day, Ripple's XRP should stay well clear of the 23.6% fib at 0.5320. Second major support level sits at 0.5255. Looking at the MACD, we've got a widening of the bullish histograms after yesterday's late bullish cross that's supporting the early upside. On the EMA, it's also bullish indicated with the 50 pulling away from the 100 and the 200. So key through the early part to avoid a fallback through the pivot at 0.5709 and break back through to 0.59s to bring resistance levels into play. Failure to do that and support levels will come into play.